Silverlake, California, one of the hippest, coolest, most eclectic neighborhoods in all of Los Angeles. It's nestled between downtown LA and Hollywood. And it's also home to ERIN Foley, comic and the creator of the Gays R Us comedy night at the Hollywood Improv. ERIN sat down with me to talk about how she got her start in stand-up, her recent appearance on the new CRAIG KILBORN show, and how the Gays R Us comedy night began.
I started about 11 years ago in Manhattan. I was doing improv comedy. I was actually, I guess you could call it improv comedy. I went to Manhattan to live with my sisters and be in the city. And I was kind of killing time before I started grad school. And I had done some improv comedy in college. So I was like, hey, why not try some improv before I like hunker down and study for the rest of my life? And then, of course, that never happened. But anyway, we did some improv in comedy clubs. And that was the first time I saw stand-up comedy. And I was like, what the heck is this? This is fantastic. And it just seemed so much more accessible because you have like 10 people, they're all in their 20s in Manhattan, and you try to get them together at the same time to like practice, forget it. It's like, it's way too daunting of a task. So I started watching all kinds of stand-up and kind of fell in love with it and tried it. I mean, the live aspect is just so dreamy, and you have, when you do stand-up, you have, it's everything in between. I just filmed Kilborn's new show last week, and then last night I sat in front of 7 people in North Hollywood at a lounge. And you know, but I love it both, because I'm not going to be able to get on Kilborn unless I do that show and work on my new material. So it's like the highs and lows are crazy, but you have to love it, love it, love it. And I do, and it's just, you know, it's so much fun, and it keeps you going, and it's immediate, and I can write something at 4 and tell it at 8 versus, you know, hanging by my phone for some, you know, Meow Mix commercial where you want to throw yourself off a balcony. I did go on one on Tuesday for Meow Mix. But anyway, the point is, stand-up is, you know, it's bringing people together. You feel good. I go to shows where I'm like, oh, I don't feel like performing, like I'm tired, something happened. By the 5th comedian, I'm laughing so hard, do you want to get up and perform? Like, it's genuinely, I think, a wonderfully fun thing to do.
Cool.
Except for the lack of cash.
So where did the idea for Gays R Us come from?
The first summer, I think I was here when I moved from Manhattan to LA. One of the bookers who no longer is there at the Improv was like, we're starting a gay show, or no, we have a gay show, do you want to do a spot on it? And I'm like, sure, whatever. So I went there and there was like 20 people and they were all straight. And I was like, this is one heck of a gay show. So I was like, why don't I just do this? You know, like, I'm new to LA. The concept of a gay show too, I never sort of know how to get my handle on it, because I just want to do shows. Like, I happen to be gay, but then you're like, you're a gay comic, and I'm not a gay comic, I'm a comic who happens to be gay. So I had to like sort of make peace with that, and I thought, well, really the point is to do a show once a month for the gay community and the straight community, but primarily, you know, there's gay and straight performers, primarily gay, where the gay community can kind of get together and just laugh and kind of have like a gay night out. That's not like at a club or you're picking someone up or, you know what I mean? It's just like, so that's sort of how it started. And it's become so much fun, and it's been running almost 3 years.
That's awesome.
Yeah, yeah.
Do you find that being an out comic, it's difficult or easier in the clubs to, are you accepted? That's what I'm really asking.
Yeah, you know, for me, comedy is comedy. If you're doing stand-up comedy, you love stand-up comedy, and, you know, my goal is like to perform in Carnegie Hall. Like, it's not to like get a sitcom. I think that's that's a separate, my acting is over here, my comedy's over here. And I think I love talking about personal stuff, and for 7-8 years I didn't talk about being gay because I was just like newly gay, and I was just trying to handle that in my personal life, let alone, you know, come out to, you know, 500 people and tell jokes about it. So it's just like a process. But yeah, I mean, I don't feel, you know, maybe I'm pigeonholed in one way, but for me, stand-up is stand-up, and I love it, and this is my life, and I'm going to talk about it, and funny is funny, and I think it translates pretty much everywhere except maybe deep portions of the South and Florida. And I don't like those parts of our country, so I don't go there.
I'm trying not to laugh over the funny stuff because it's really funny.
As you can see, I got up to get a glass of water, and Peanut, who runs the household, is on my seat. He actually finishes all my jokes. I do a lot of premises, and he does the punchlines. He's hilarious. I mean, you can't tell it right now, but he's 18 pounds of comedy. We've been a writing team for about 4 years now, and he does all kinds of stuff. He's actually a ghostwriter. He's working on a biography of James Madison, huge history buff. But yeah, we do everything but go on the road together, because we went on the road one time and he trashed the set because I wasn't hammering home one joke hard enough. But we got through it. We got through it, and yeah. So we got a new hour coming out where I just do a voiceover and the camera's just on him and he's talking about gay rights. It's gonna be fantastic. I think we'll probably sell it to Wolf Video for about $1.50.